You've asked your child to do something very calmly, very rationally, and very deliberately. Instead of action, you get the kid equivalent of crickets, radio silence. Maybe they didn't hear me, you think. So you ask again, nicely, firmly, but nicely. Nothing. You feel yourself rapidly falling into the familiar cycle of repeat, remind, repeat, remind. And then it happens, the fuse blows. In a moment of utter defeat, you're left screaming the same demands you had requested calmly just minutes ago. The energy escalates and everyone is left frustrated and discouraged. I get it. So do most parents. Children not listening is the most common frustration moms and dads have. Hi, my geniuses. Welcome to my channel, Learn with Carol. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, a common concern in most homes where kids don't listen to parents. Here's the thing though. If you want to get a handle on your child's unresponsiveness, the first thing you need to do is figure out why he or she is not listening. More often than not, his lack of response is a symptom, not the actual problem. If you don't address this issue at its roots, you're sure to see a simple case of not listening blossom into a bigger behavior issues such as tantrums, defiance, and backtalk. Why don't kids listen? Good question. Why are they turning you out? Why do you have to repeat something over and over until you find yourself yelling? Children of all ages, toddler to teens, have a hardwired need for power. When children don't have opportunities to exert their power in positive ways, choosing what clothes to wear, making the dinner menu, picking what game to play, etc., they will exert their power in negative ways because children do have the control over their body and language. The most common and frustrating power struggles occur when children use their bodies and language to defy our requests. By choosing not to listen, children can assert their power. This behavior is simply a way children express their need for more control and decision-making ability in their lives. I'm not suggesting you let them call every shot. However, by implementing a few easy-to-learn positive parenting techniques, you can give your children power within your boundaries. By doing this, cooperation from your child will improve and the dreaded repeat, remind cycle will surely come to an end. Before we dive into the strategies to improve communication with your children, consider this question. What exactly are you referring to when you say your child doesn't listen? When talking to parents, not listening usually ends up being a blanket term that covers a myriad of issues. Because not listening is so broad, it can be difficult to find a solution. I'm not saying there aren't times when your child is just flat out ignoring you. That happens. However, most or more often than not, it's less about not listening and more about some underlying issue. Is she tired? Is he hungry? Is she not well? Or is there some deeper control issue that is causing her to disconnect, such as certain chores or homework or bedtime or sibling frustrations? Don't lump every communication shutdown under the not listening umbrella. Dig in and discover what really is going on, and you can make an action plan to specifically address that problem. Now, if it is truly a classic case of not listening, here are 7 steps you can take to ensure your kids actually hear you. Number 1, get on their level. When you need your child's attention, make sure you get her attention. That means eye contact. When you lower yourself down and look her in the eye, you not only verify she sees and hears you, but you strengthen the communication as well. This means you might have to step away from the laundry or put down the whisk for a minute and step into the other room. Proximity is key. You're not talking down to her or barking orders from the other room. You're speaking with her. The next thing is do away with the don't. Like, don't touch your brother, don't run in the hall, don't play with your food, don't read the next text. Negative commands such as don't and no require kids to double process. Kids have to answer 2 questions. What does she not want me to do? What does she want me to do instead? So that's confusing and contradictory. For example, if you say, don't touch your brother, a child has to stop the current behavior and determine the appropriate alternate behavior. If I can't touch him, does that mean I can't hug him? Can we play tag? Can we play hi-fi? Can I help him put on his jacket or tie his shoes if mom asks? Instead, tell your child what to do. Instead of don't touch your brother, try use gentle touches when touching your brother. Or your brother doesn't want to be touched right now, so please keep your hands folded while we are in the car. Instead of don't leave your toys all over the floor, try please put your toys in the toy bin. And instead of don't run in the hallway, try please walk in the hallway. The third thing is say yes to yes. Think about it for a moment. What is your normal? Knee-jerk reaction to the 10,000 requests you get from your child every day? No, right? When you're bombarded with requests, it's difficult to sift through them in a meaningful way, so you just deliver canned responses. No, not today. No, I don't have time for that. No, nope, no. But when no is your constant go-to answer, it's no wonder your kids stop listening to your requests. Look for reasons to say yes more often. Your yes answers will begin to surprise and delight your child and have them paying more attention when you ask for something. Instead of no, we can't go to the park, try the park sounds awesome. Should we go Friday after school or Saturday morning? Instead of no, you can't have ice cream, try ice cream is delicious. Would you like to have it for dessert on Saturday or Sunday evening? While there will be still situations that require a hard no, by offering more yeses, you increase the chance your kid will tune back to you. The next thing is shorten your speech. Oh boy, I was as guilty of this as anyone. Parents, especially moms, tend to turn a 5-second answer into a 5-minute dissertation. There's a saying in the sales industry, never sell with blah blah what you can sell with blah. I think it makes sense in parenting too. When trying to get your kids' attention, be as concise as possible, as they won't even have time to tune you out. The next thing is say thank you in advance. Help your kids make an appropriate choice by taking this leap of faith. Your preemptive thank you for hanging up your towel after shower will encourage your kids towards good behavior much more than I better not see your towel on the floor again. People, and yes, even children, will usually live up to our expectation if we manage them in a positive way. Letting them know in advance that you trust them to do the right thing will cultivate open communication lines and increase the likelihood the task will get completed. The next thing is ensure comprehension. A simple way to ensure your child has heard you and that she understands is ask her to repeat back what you said. In the medical field, studies have shown that 40 to 80% of the information doctors relay to patients is either forgotten completely or misunderstood. And keep in mind, these are adults we're talking about, not just children. To combat this misunderstanding, doctors have begun using the teach back method, which calls on patients to teach back to the doctor what treatment instructions they were just given. This method has been shown to drastically increase information retention from patients. The same tool can be used effectively with children. Once you've made eye contact, shortened your speech, and clearly explained what you need your child to do, Calmly ask your child to repeat back what they've just heard. By ensuring everyone is on the same page, you will see an instant improvement in communication and cooperation in your home. The seventh and the last one is make an observation. If you see a task that's left undone, don't dive in with a big reprimand. Just make an observation. I see a jacket on the floor. Or you can ask, what's your plan of taking care of the trash today? What is your plan for? Is one of my favorite strategies to avoid power struggles. It's empowering because it's assumptive on your part that they have a plan and gives your child an opportunity to save face and quickly come up with a plan in a moment if they didn't even already have one. Oh yeah, I was planning on taking out the trash right after I finish my lunch. This gives you the chance to put a positive parenting empowerment spin on the whole conversation. That's awesome. I really appreciate your help, buddy. And now for a bumper. If your child does not listen to you the first time and expects you to give a second order or a second shout out, and then she gets up and then he gets up, is because they have been wired to doing things only the second time they've heard it. So stop repeating instructions. If they don't listen to it the first time, go and ask them if they've not heard you. Remember that not listening should always be a wake-up call for us. While it might seem like a defiance or inattention on their part, it is more than likely a way to get our attention or express their need for power. Kids and adults alike have a need to be seen and heard. When this need isn't met, kids will stop listening to us. It may sound counterintuitive, but clearly it works since it's the number one complaint parents share. Until we meet in our next awesome talk, I'm Dr. Caroline Pratish with you on Learn with Carol.